All right, we're gonna do a pre-trip inspection today. What we're trying to focus on with this slightly modified pre-trip is we're gonna focus on efficiency or efficient use of time in the morning. What this will do is it will allow us to spend less time doing our morning pre-trip where it's dark or it's cold or it's rainy or whatever, and more time and focus more thoroughly on the post-trip in the afternoon. That way, anything that is wrong will hopefully be addressed in the evening after you go home by the mechanics who are here, and you won't have to do it in the morning. But what we've kind of come up with as a new procedure for our morning pre-trips is we're going to do it thus. First thing we're going to want to do when we come in is we're going to want to get up under the hood. Now you can do these next two steps in any order, but since we're right here on the driver's side, I'm going to pull the engine oil and just give it a quick check. Obviously in the dark, you're going to want to have a light of some kind for this. But we are between the lines, so we're good on the engine oil. Then from here, we'll walk around the other side. Get a look at our coolant tank. And we've got fluid to the cold max. So we're good to go. Now we can go ahead, take a quick look, make sure nothing obvious is leaking, you know, not bleeding oil or anything like that. All right, so our next step is to start our truck. What we're gonna do is we turn the key to the on position and we give it just a second while it goes through its check system, and then it'll sneeze at us, and then we can start the truck. Now, once your truck is started and it's taken a minute to come up to air pressure, one of the first things you want to do is make sure, especially if you're pulling a bucket, that that bucket's going to work for you. The way to do this is put your foot on the brake, hit the switch for the PTO, which will engage. You'll see your little orange light here. And operate the switch and your bucket should run. Just a functionality check. All we need to do at this point in time is make sure it moves. Once that's completed, we go ahead, get out of the truck, push our lamp check button, and start our walk around. And then walk around the truck. And as you can see when we come up to the phone here, it's just cycling through all of our lights in sequence. It's doing the brake lights. Headlights, running lights. Oh, we got a fog light out. Right turn signal, left turn signal, low beams, on off. And now we just keep walking around the truck. And as we come to each tire, I'll give it a little whack. And as we continue on down the side of the truck, just keep an eye on your running lights as you move past them. When I get to this point in the morning, I like to get my hand on the pump shaft here, and it does turn, although not much. She's stiff. Those are all good. Coming down the side, we check our rear end lights, both turn signals, brake light, stop light, and license plate light that illuminates nothing. One of my favorite things about the DOT. Coming around to the back, I always make sure my dogs aren't going to slide. Make sure my jaws are closed. Check the apron, make sure there's no stone on it. Probably just about time to request a new license plate for this. She's a little chewed up. Get a hand up here, make sure your license plate light is lit. Check all your tires, continuing on down. Again, check the lights all the way down the side. Suspension's starting to sink. Now that we've come to our trailer controls, blow the lift axle, make sure it moves. Open our tailgate jaws, blow our airbags, walk to the back and make sure the jaws are actually open. Yes, on both sides. Make sure our suspension has actually released and is lowered, which it has. Reset your tailgate and your rear suspension. Pump our last 4 tires. Make sure there's grease in the greaser. Just a quick once over from here. Make sure you don't see anything dreadfully awry. Lamp check. Turn our automatic headlights on. Plug in our seatbelts. And we're ready to have a great day. So the biggest difference between checking a tank and checking a bucket is that with a tank, you want to make sure you've got the proper hoses and fittings for your delivery, and make sure that all of your valves open. Now, I'm not going to check the valves on this trailer because this trailer is preloaded, and opening the valves on a loaded trailer until you're ready to deliver is a bad idea. So I'm not going to check the valves, but since we're doing B-heat, we've got 2 green chemical hoses there. We've got 1 really long green hose that goes to the pump. Make sure this is closed. I'm not going to open it. Make sure our bleeder valve operates. And as you walk down the side of it, just keep your eye underneath and make sure nothing's dripping. That can be potentially bad. Come around to the back. Make sure you've got your caps. Make sure your bleeder is operational. And make sure your valve is closed. And that's really all you have to do in checking a tank that's different from any other trailer.